Hey everyone, welcome back. In the first part we discussed routing and views where I use callback function. In the second part we will integrate routing with controllers and action. It's going to be really exciting, so let's get started. Here it is, our last changes and routes. We have integrated callback function as a second parameter of the route methods. So let's start our server. Open up the terminal, PHP capital letter S and our local IP address, and you can assign any port. Hit enter, click the link and jump into the browser. Yeah, this is our last change and home page. Okay, so we have to assign controllers and controllers method action. So before that, let's create a app folder where we will put our controllers, https and controllers folder, and create pagecontroller.php. Okay, so same as the file name, the controller name will be same as the file name, and I'm creating a function. I'm defining a function, public function index. Okay, return hello from controller. Okay, for test purpose I am assuming this. Before we use, we have to include our controller, include once or requires once. Before that, I wanna mention that include once or required once means is must have to record the file, must should be execute. So without the directory, if the directory doesn't exist, it will throw an fatal error and exception and doesn't execute the below statement. Okay, and if we use the include, so it will, if it's got any error or file doesn't exist in the directory, so it will throw an exception, but under the statement of the below statement will execute. So the main difference between require and include is require is mandatory and include once is optional. It will execute the code. So we're gonna including our controllers which I created on the app http controllers directory. Here it is. So this file gonna include in our main file so that we can use it. App http controllers and page controllers. So we will use this on the routes. Okay, we have used in the first part, we have integrated callback first parameter string request URI path, and second parameter is callback function. Okay, so let's remove this and assign an array. I am assigning the first, so this array will contain two values. First value is class name and second value is method name. Okay, so our first class name is page controller. Copy this and paste this, and scope resolution operator and class, comma, then method name. So our method is index. Okay, so it will be string. So if we come back to the browser and refresh. Yeah, we get an error. Unquoted type error. Route get argument 2 callback must be type callback array given. So jump into the get method and see the second argument. Okay, we have assigned the callable. This is type safety, so it will take the both callback, callable function or array. So we can use define the type of array. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, unquoted type error. Call user func argument 1 must be a valid callback. Non-static method page controller index cannot be called statically. Line number 30. Okay, so this is our targeted line where we got an exception. Okay, so before this line I wanna die and jump the routes or path. Okay, so let's type printer and use this value. So we got whether it is callback or array. We're gonna test this and exit. So we don't want run the below code and refresh. Okay, so we got array with two value controllers, and first value is controller name and second value is method name. So this is we have passed string and we need the real class name and method to be executed. Okay, so let's define a function. Let's define a function callable. See, callable. Okay, so this is we got this is array, or if we type printer callable, if we type the about routes, we got the closer, because let's see the about route we have assigned the callback function. That's why we have seen the closer object. For home page we are getting the array. Okay, so we have both type of, we have two type of argument. One first callable function, callback function, and second array, which is integrated with controllers and action. Okay, let's jump into the route class and we have defined the callable. Let's check whether it is array or callable. Is array callable array, and let's create a class. So callable first value should the real class instantiate or object. So new callable. Okay, so we can replace these things with callable. Come back to the browser and refresh. class name must be a valid object or a string. Okay, so okay, this is array. We should take first value. Why I am taking first value? If we die and dump printer the first value, callable first value, it will show the class name. Okay, page controller that I have passed in the array as a first value. Okay, so I am simply removing that. Now refresh. I made correction, created object with controller name and give it refresh. Okay, hello from controller. That's good. Reason, we have successfully integrated our action method. Okay, so if we return our view, we will see return view home. In the home page, this is the HTML page. So give it refresh, hello world. Simple. So we can make it some CSS changes. Refresh. Yeah, this is output from controller. Same as about, so we can integrate about page controller. Let's define a method about and go into the page controller, define a function, public function about return view about. Okay, and type the about URL, refresh. Okay, so that's good, we are getting the route. Same as post page. So I am just copy and paste is replace by post. Good, and type the posts. Okay, this is post page. Nice, clean code. Our routes file are now clean. Okay, we have lots of control in controller. Let's some change on the view so that we can pass the variable. Okay, in the home page I wanna pass some variable. So this is our view function. Okay, and I'm gonna taking another argument as array data. It's maybe null, sometimes it's may null, it is nullable. Okay, user can keep it null or can pass the second argument. Okay, in the second argument I want to pass data. So PHP Framework. Okay, so view, and let's go to the home page. Okay, I am taking the S4 PHP echo let's jump into the home page. Yeah, learning PHP MVC Framework. Good. For the better output, so we can extract data. Okay, then we can directly access our title variable. Okay, so we sense title instead of array, we are getting title. So we have extract our data or array inside our helper function. So come back to the browser, refresh the same sense. Good. So that's all for the time. Next part we will discuss the exciting things. Okay, let's practice this repeatedly and try to make some changes, and you can test your code multiple times. Okay, so let's go to another bug. You can find the bugs, the code, and you can fix by yourself. Say for example, I have lots of bugs on route and has limitation. You can fix them one by one. I am going to the about. If I make another routes, it will show the 404 exception. Just forward slash is one more forward slash, but reason we are missing the string. Okay, the request URI. If I echo the path, give it refresh, we are getting about both side forward slash. Okay, so to avoid this type of error, cause we have assigned only about slash about, so we can trim our path. So rtrim, assign the path forward slash, so remove it. We just trim by forward slash and give it refresh and getting this one. So it's no matter. Okay, so this type of problems you can face. Okay, that's all for the time. Let's see you.